Hey guys, so I got some work done on the blinds. Basically I soldered everything together. So that's all set. I needed to flip around the front of our blinds because, well, first of all, you can see the wooden rod right here. That was in the front before. Now we had to switch it over to the back because when I was putting this piece in and wiring everything up, I needed to reopen this back panel, and the wires are so bunched up in there, I'll show you in a second, that it really only made sense to come from this side. So this is now the front of our blinds, but I'll show you. You can take a look real quick. So we have the manual automatic switch at the top. Then we have three little buttons: manual open, manual half, and manual closed. And those I'll show you when you push and hold down for maybe half a second. It sets them to either open, halfway, or closed, obviously. And then that little LED on the side can shine red, blue, or green. And I have, for manual open, it'll shine green. For blue, it'll be manual half, and red is manual close. So, and then for drawing the motor, those two push buttons at the bottom will light up those lights. And the reason that I have those lights in there is because certain things I wanted to do in the code I couldn't do. And so we had room in our budget for more stuff, and I was just kind of thinking, well, if we can't do certain things, then maybe we can think of repairability, because we never really factored that too much into our design. But here, if you push one of these buttons and the motor doesn't work, but the LED still turns on, then you know something's wrong with the motor. But if you push one of the buttons and the light doesn't light up and the motor doesn't run, then you know something's wrong with the buttons connection. So that just kind of improves the repairability feature. But let me show you how it all works. So right now we're on automatic mode, and it's on the lowest setting. I have this light here that it goes about halfway, and if I shine directly, yeah, there. So now you guys kind of see, you can hear it at least going. It gets 3 intervals. And then the draw motor, the DC motor, when I push this, lights up, and you can hear the motor go in here. So the reason that, well, that's a little bit of a bug, but when I push that button, it automatically sets it to halfway before it draws, because that's the best way that these blinds are able to draw. If they're closed and they draw, they might get messed up, and if they're completely open and they draw, they might get messed up. So I have it so when you push those buttons down, that it'll turn them one way and draw, and then it shouldn't be constantly doing it though, so I have to take a look at that. But, and then these, if I switch it over to manual mode, and maybe I should switch around those labels, but if I switch it over to manual mode, then we have the open button. If I press and hold, it turns blue and opens all the way, but I should have it turn green so I can change that in the code. If I press the middle one and hold it, it sets halfway, turns green, and turns red for the last one and closes it. So last I'll just come around here, and yeah, all that wiring was so hard to put together, so we have to stay away from that. Now we have to do, when we use the DC motor, we can just stay up here and not touch anything down here, but we have to be gentle because I don't want anything falling out the bottom. But yeah, those are our blinds. I'll work out the bugs in the programming, and then we should be set to start with the DC motor stuff.